Your life path number is your purpose. It is your fate. It represents the person that you must become in order to fulfill your destiny. It is your life's algorithm. It programs all the events and all the experiences that you're going to go through in life to either make you into the person that you're meant to be so that you can evolve, or it'll just break you and you'll get reincarnated. We can't control the life that we're born into or the events that occur in our lives. All we can control is how we respond to those events. And this is what your life path is testing you on. If you pass the test, you'll have success, good fortune, and fulfillment. But if you don't, you won't. To calculate your life path number, it's extremely simple. All you do is add up all the singular digits in your birthday. So let's say, for example, you were born July 29th, 1999. Just take 7 plus 2 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. That gives you 46. 4 plus 6 makes it 10. 1 plus 0 makes it 1. So this is a life path 1. But the type of life path 1 that they are is a 46, and this is what we're talking about today. If all the numbers in your birthday adds up to a 10, a 19, a 28, a 37, or 46, you are a life path 1. Life path 1s are here to lead, to create, and to forge their own path, often against the grain. As the first number in numerology, the number 1 carries the seed of all beginnings. These individuals are meant to rely on themselves, develop independence, and become beacons of strength for others. But leadership doesn't come easy. It is earned through solitude, self-discovery, and mastering the fine balance between arrogance and confidence. They're often misunderstood early on. They're seen as too much, too intense, too proud, too stubborn. But all of these are signs of a soul learning to stand on its own 2 feet. With ambition in their DNA and self-respect as their compass, life path 1s are born to initiate, never imitate. If you're life path 10, you are an inspired manifester. This is the purest and the most spiritually amplified version of the 1. The 0 acts as a magnifier of both potential and karmic depth. These people often feel called to do something big or on some grand scale, even if they have no idea what it is yet. They are visionaries and idealists with sudden bursts of insight and creativity. They are highly capable of self-starting projects from nothing and manifesting success seemingly out of thin air. Their biggest challenge is their fear of failure or invisibility, and these people need to be grounded at all times, and they need to only surround themselves with people that are going to be supportive and not cause doubts, because 10s doubt themselves already, and so having more doubters is just going to make everything worse. If you're life path 19, you're what is called the Prince of Heaven in numerology, and this is actually my life path number. The number 19 is a karmic number, just like 13, 14, and 16, and a karmic number is just a number that repeats the same recurring themes in your life over and over and over again so that you can master a certain lesson. If you don't master the lesson, you're just going to keep going around in circles and you won't get anywhere in life. And if you do master the lesson, you just awaken to higher spiritual abilities that makes your life way easier. The number 19 often carries past life burdens or leadership imbalances, and basically their lesson is that they need to stand up for themselves. As a 19, if you don't gain independence in life, you won't get anywhere. Anytime you're in a situation where people have power over you, they're always going to abuse it. And so as a 19, you're going to have a strong desire for independence way earlier on in your life than the other life path 1s, because 19s, they karmically need to be independent. Because if they're not, it's going to destroy our spirits. As a 19, you must believe in yourself. If you don't, you won't get anywhere. I promise you, you won't. These individuals are born with natural leadership skills, but they may encounter early life hardships, a lack of support, or an abuse of power from superiors, or the 19 themselves can be abusing power. This path requires humility, earned respect, and reclaiming authority without ego. 19s will achieve greatness in life after they heal wounds around isolation or self-worth. The 19's greatest challenges is not becoming too prideful, too arrogant, or so independent to the point where you push everybody away out of your life, even love. And they struggle with becoming bitter when they're misunderstood. So work on that. And that's something I need to work on as well, because I'm a 19. If you're a Lifepath 28, you are a diplomatic innovator. This number combines sensitivity coming from the 2, executive authority coming from the 8, and then leadership skills coming from the 1. This one is more collaborative and tactful than the other ones because they understand both leadership and people. And the 28 is the most powerful and the most successful and luckiest out of the Lifepath ones. Some famous 28s is Andrew Tate, LeBron James, Napoleon. This number has a strong mix of intuition and power, which allows them to excel in fields like business, teaching, legal work, or public-facing roles. They can be intensely private but influential, often working behind the scenes before stepping forward. Their biggest challenge is balancing their emotional needs with their ambition and learning how to trust others without losing control. If you're a Lifepath 37, you are an artistic leader. This is a combination of creativity coming from the 3 and introspection coming from the 7, and this creates a philosopher-creator archetype of the 1. This one leads through vision and inspiration instead of just brute will. They often excel in art, education, spiritual leading, design, or innovation. 37s are more emotionally rich and introverted than the other ones. They think and feel deeply, then they act. This is somebody that may alternate between visibility and then being in retreat. Their biggest challenge is to avoid escapism and perfectionism, and then they need to learn how to act instead of just contemplating and feeling things out. The 1 is an action-based number. If you're a Lifepath 46, you are a family-focused leader. The 4's structure and the 6's nurturing gives this 1 a grounded, legacy-building approach to life. 46s are less flashy and more solid and responsible. These are people that want to build something lasting for others. This could be their family, this could be their community, this could be their students. 46s are excellent for law, education, healing, architecture, or systems building. These are people that are loyal, driven, and quietly powerful. Their biggest challenge is that they can sacrifice their own individuality for the needs of others, and they also can feel stuck in duty. No matter what type of Lifepath 1 that you are, if you are a Lifepath 1, you are here to lead, never to follow. Your task is to trust your originality, even if it means standing alone. Use your individuality to uplift others instead of just isolating you from the rest of the world, because then you're no good for anybody. You are not selfish for prioritizing your task. Just don't forget your heart when you're climbing the ladder of success and fulfillment. And now, if you would like to learn more about numerology, just click the link in my profile bio and read my book, Supreme Mathematics, a complete guide on challenging numerology. Or if you would like a reading, just book a session. And you can also find that in the link in my profile bio. Now have a great rest of your day. I got a lot of work to do.